happy Wednesday morning, February 17, 2021. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this Wednesday morning edition right here on the Riley King Newscast. I'm Riley King. We got a lot of news to get to this Wednesday morning, so let's begin. First up, we're going to begin with a check of your weather. The next storm system likely Thursday night into Friday. Let's learn about that and let's see what the weather will be like today as well. With more on that, let's go to meteorologist Mike Haddad with that weather forecast.
At Plymouth Ford, we believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of lower payments.
Thank you very much for joining us. Stormwatch 9 weather on the web. One storm departing. That means the winds pick up tonight. Skies clear over southern New Hampshire after early evening fog and a slight chance of a shower. As the winds pick up, it's going to be a battle between the winds trying to dry out the roadways and temperatures falling below freezing. So untreated surfaces, keep in mind, may glaze over with some black ice out there during that transition. Mainly dry Wednesday into Thursday despite increasing clouds for Thursday, and then some on and off again light snow likely later Thursday evening or overnight into Friday and even Friday evening. At this point, it looks like a couple of inches of snow far north, more snow farther south, but at this point, it's strung out over at least 24 hours, so we're not talking about heavy bands of snow hour upon hour, but it could be pesky for 24 hours with some on and off again light snow in many parts of the state. Overnight tonight, down to 5 or 6 far north, near 20 at the coast. Teens for many. Once again, untreated surfaces may glaze over with some black ice before they completely dry up, courtesy of gusty winds taking over out of the northwest. And it's all behind the front. Advancing tonight, isolated evening showers south, snow showers on and off a good part of the night in the White Mountains in the Great North Woods. Bright skies, breezy for Wednesday, increasing clouds Thursday, and notice more snow in the deep south. Texas, Oklahoma getting a second round of wintry weather in just the past few days, and some of that advances in our direction. Now this next system, nothing like the one that just rolled through. It'll be colder. That means mainly snow across a good part of the Northeast, but a weaker system and a slower mover. So along about later Thursday afternoon, clouds lower and thicken. Sometime after the mid or late evening, it looks like some steady snow begins to move in, mostly light, bordering on moderate here. That's what this middle shade of blue indicates over southern parts of the Granite State into southern New England. And then the light snow would tend to taper off later Friday evening. Early call on snow amounts, about a 2, 3, 4 inch tally from, say, Pittsburgh all the way down to about the Lakes region, and about 4 to 6, maybe spot 7 inch amounts farther to the south. We'll fine tune the track on that system. If it's a little bit farther out to sea, we're only talking about a couple of inches of snow. If it's a bit closer, maybe more like 8, 9, or even 10. So all of that in the cards right now. What I don't see is a big changeover to ice like we had with this past storm. In the wake of it, by Saturday and Sunday, mainly dry, breezy, and seasonably chilly. Another round of snow possible Monday afternoon into Monday night.
Okay, and there you go on that weather video from meteorologist Mike Haddad. And now let's take a look at your morning traffic and see how the traffic is looking like this early morning. And here is a check of that traffic for all of you this early morning. As you can see in Henniker, you're seeing some smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Hopkinton, smooth sailing with some medium pace traffic. Bow, Pembroke, and Concord, medium pace traffic. And Boston, medium pace traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. In Chichester, you've seen some medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Epsom, medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Northwood, medium pace traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. And Lee, medium pace traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. And in Durham, you're seeing some smooth sailing. In Rochester, medium pace traffic. In Somersworth, medium pace traffic. Dover, some smooth sailing. And Newington, some medium pace traffic. And Portsmouth, some medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Portsmouth and Maine, some medium pace traffic with a little bit of smooth sailing. In Rye, some smooth sailing. Northampton, smooth sailing. Hampton, smooth sailing. Seabrook, smooth sailing. Into the border of Massachusetts. On 101, great ride on 101. But, down by the Auburn area, there's some medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Then around the Manchester and Hooksett area, some medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Around the Manchester Airport, some smooth sailing. Bedford, some medium pace traffic with smooth sailing. Amherst, smooth sailing with a little spot of medium pace traffic. And Milford, some medium pace traffic with smooth sailing. Manchester, Merrimack, Nashua into the border, Massachusetts, medium pace traffic with some smooth sailing. Manchester, Derry, Londonderry, Windham, Salem into the border, Massachusetts, smooth sailing. And down by the Windham area, some medium pace traffic with slow traffic and smooth sailing. And that is a look at your morning traffic this morning. And now let's take a look at your New Hampshire COVID-19 numbers. And here's a check of those numbers of COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 71,215 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. There are 1,136 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. There are 119 current number of hospitalizations for COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And that is a look at your COVID-19 numbers in New Hampshire. One more Granite Stater dies of COVID-19 as cases and hospitalizations decline. Let's take a listen to that video from WNUR News 9.
Why buy a new Ford from Plymouth Ford? Because we stand behind them all with a 20-year,
Numbers just into our newsroom show there are just over 2,800 active cases of COVID-19 in New Hampshire tonight, and that is the lowest level since November 12th. There is one new death to report tonight. 119 people are in the hospital. That is also the lowest level since November and the 9th day in a row of dropping hospitalization.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Plymouth State University implements new restrictions after dramatic increase in COVID-19 cases, canceling athletic events and moving all classes online. Let's take a listen to that video from WNUR News 9.
At Plymouth Ford, we believe in life, liberty, and the pursuit of lower payments. Celebrate
130 total cases at Plymouth State University, the most the campus has seen in the midst of the pandemic. But so far, no one has had to be hospitalized.
Not a total surprise, but one that's concerning enough that we want to take some steps, which I think we've implemented tonight, that we hope will go a long way towards stopping the spread.
That plan includes remote classes, no campus or sporting events, dining halls will be takeout only, and no visits from off-campus students. University officials say their off-campus quarantine and isolation facilities are now near capacity. Students returned to the campus at the end of last month after winter break.
You just go into the virtual, it's just not the same as you go in person.
Senior Carlos Cardona is a biology major. A lot of his classes require labs and hands-on learning, which gets harder when it's remote, but he understands the tightening of restrictions.
If there's a lot of COVID cases, you need to put, I don't want to say put you away, but put the students away and and quarantine them, because we don't want it to just become really bad.
I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is tough for students.
UNH dealing with its own increase in cases. More than 1,000 students there in isolation or quarantine. Classes are fully online there now, too. Plymouth State plans to keep its restrictions in place until at least Sunday, February 21st. And Plymouth State will be holding town hall Zooms tomorrow, one for faculty and staff, another for students and parents to answer any questions about these cases. Reporting live, I'm Charisse LeClaire, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Increased restrictions remain at UNH with COVID-19 numbers still high. Durham campus deals with a spike in cases. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9.
Why buy a new Ford from Plymouth Ford? Because we stand behind them all with a 20-year.
It's been 5 days since spikes in positive COVID tests among students prompted the decision to move to the orange mode of operation on the UNH Durham campus. Now fully online learning, activities curtailed.
Now, I don't want to sugarcoat it. This is tough for students. It's tough for students even in yellow, which is where we've been for most of the academic year. And it's harder in orange because it really restricts their movements.
On Friday, according to the UNH COVID dashboard, there were 265 active student cases. That number higher today at 402. More than 1,000 students are now in isolation or quarantine. About 150 of those on campus, the rest off campus. President Dean addressing the issue during a Zoom meeting today.
It doesn't turn on a dime. You don't change it in a day. You've got an incubation period you have to worry about. You have to get behavioral change in place. And we thought, if that chart was going to keep going up for another week, we were going to be in a world of trouble.
At the time of the decision last week, the number of new daily cases had hit an all-time high of 82. Since then, new daily cases have slowly but steadily dropped to 46 new cases listed today.
And we've said we hope that it doesn't last more than about a week, but we'll see. So far, as I said, and you can see on the chart, there's early signs of the curve coming back down, but nobody's declaring victory yet.
Acknowledging the toll of the journey.
It's been tough, and I think it has worn on the well-being and mental health of students and staff and faculty. I mean, there's not a week goes by that I don't hear about someone who's really struggling.
Jennifer Crompton, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Manchester Alderman approves expanding outdoor dining plans for second year. Restaurant owners eager for the warm weather to arrive. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Gene Mackin.
Over time, the flue tiles inside your chimney may become damaged from water, age, or even a chimney.
They did it before, and they're ready to do it again. Restaurants on Elm Street in downtown Manchester will welcome customers for a second season of expanded sidewalk dining, offering an outdoor option and more social distancing.
My staff talks about it every day. They can't wait to have people back outside, sitting at the tables. We miss our customers.
Cafe Loren could not accommodate indoor dining last year because of space and turned to outdoor seating. After a tough winter, they want weather and business to warm back up.
I would say it definitely gave us that boost in the summer that we needed to get through this.
Outdoor dining can begin as early as March 15th and stretch through November. The city estimates up to 120 parking spaces will be blocked with jersey barriers in front of participating restaurants, with no handicapped spaces impacted.
It's going to be really important for us this summer to be able to do something expanded again, and it was a big save for us last year.
Campo Enoteca and Republic Cafe are now 2 restaurants open under one roof. They've relied on takeout and outdoor dining and hope the city expands the idea more and considers shutting down Elm Street at times for pedestrian traffic only.
I really think it can be hugely beneficial, not only for us and businesses, but for the city as a whole, to make it more pedestrian friendly, not only for visitors and tourists, but as a location for people to live.
Jean Mackin, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Biden cautiously predicts a very different circumstance with pandemic by Christmas. During the first televised town hall of his presidency on Tuesday night, President Joe Biden answered questions from Americans who were primarily focused on a various aspect of the coronavirus pandemic, including vaccinations, school reopenings, and how he planned to turn around the economy. But he also cautiously predicts that by Christmas the country could be nearing a return to normal. And that does it for this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you back here later on today for another newscast. I'll have news report coming up in a little bit. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for watching this morning edition of the Riley King Newscast.